Sweet and Peachy.
Hello and welcome to this week's Sweet and Peachy with me, Lizzie.
I'm Lee from Lee and the Sweet Life and Foodie Book Club, and I'm so impressed I got that out really quickly.
Yeah. So it take about 87 attempts.
All downhill from now.
As promised, this week we are talking about the most dangerous things you can eat, which, you know, is not actually wasps. There are genuine foods that you can eat.
Why did you say wasp? Have you eaten a wasp before?
No. You always see on cartoons, don't you, where dogs eat them? This could be in the blooper reel.
Oh, God. Yeah, please.
We have got some fantastic bloopers for you this week.
To the end, that'd be awesome. And also, can you subscribe and press the like button because it helps us? And you know what, Lizzie? We've got 20 subscribers. Why are people subscribing? They must hate us, you know.
We're very opinionated.
Yeah, that is true. But please subscribe and like and watch to the end because actually, I'm sure Lizzie will find some sort of bloopers in this because, you know, there's normally something.
There's quite a few bits I usually edit out.
Yeah.
Usually when I like snort and things. Anyway, so we've got four really dangerous things, which are genuine foods, which I was really surprised at because I thought you were going to go off the wall when we talked, like when we looked at the research and stuff, and we were like, don't eat conkers because they are like so toxic. They are, but it's not on the list.
No, and it's really weird because some of them are stuff that you and I would eat every day. Most people, right? Obviously, there's one that is I've never tried and I would love to, but I'm too scared to, right?
And that episode of The Simpsons.
Oh, what?
You need to watch that episode of The Simpsons.
Okay, send me a link for that one. And the other one, the last one, which is I've eaten a lot, and I'm sure you have, but I've got a story to tell you about. You haven't? No, don't. Okay, let's go to the beginning then. Okay, so the first one, elderberries, right?
Blew my mind.
Yeah, right. So they're really not good to eat, but and they use what can you think? Elderberry wine, gin, tonics. Yeah, I mean everything. And people go and pick them and make their own cordials. I've seen it all over everything. You know what I mean? So, but if you eat raw and ripe ones, they cause seizures. Seizures.
Oh, like Caesar's palace.
I know. And diarrhea. Not sure which is worse for me because. That's that. And but the leaves, branches, roots, seeds, flowers, they're all highly toxic. And it's cyanide, I think. I can't even say it. Can you say what it is?
Cyanogenic glycosides.
No idea what that is, but it sounds sort of cyanide. It sounds bad. That's what I'm saying.
I'm guessing that's some form of cyanide. Either way, it's not going to be great. So my question was, elderberries, do they grow on the elderflower? Are they one and the same?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you've got the you can get elderflowers, which I think people make, as I've never done this. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Anybody who's made this before, please. Also, I'd like a recipe. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So elderflower cordial, but I've never seen it. You know those blackberries on the Yes. So yeah, I've never tried them. I have to say, I drink a lot of the elderflower tonic because somehow it all fits in this glass.
Very, very good. Fever Tree make a really good elderflower tonic. That's really nice.
Fever Tree, that's what I got.
Oh, there you go. See, I just keep it looks like an earthquake's going on in here today. I'm going to be editing for weeks to get all these bloopers out, tell you now.
No. Okay, so one, right, which this is the one I've never tried, pufferfish, and I'm sure people will have heard of this because it's like this is the one you said is going to be was on Simpsons, yeah?
Yes, I don't know if it was the actual pufferfish, but it was an episode all about this specific fish that you have to be very careful with or you will die.
Well, first of all, right, it's called fugu. Okay, the fish is called fugu when it's all thingies, and it contains neurotoxins 200 times more dangerous than the human cyanide. What is it about bloody cyanide in food that, you know, nature produces to kill us all?
Isn't it cyanide that has like meant to have a bit of an almondy smell, but only certain people can smell it?
Okay.
I'm sure I've seen that on like a program where they've done like a post-mortem or something, and there's a doctor like just cutting away, and another one's like, oh no, I can smell almonds, like get out, we need to test.
See, I just think somebody's eating almond butter sandwiches in the back if that was me.
Probably me. In there.
So it's containing the fish's reproductive organs, liver and intestines, right? So you probably wouldn't eat it. So you have to go on a training course to be able to prepare this. I mean, come on, right? It's absolutely ridiculous.
It takes 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years. 3 years training course. I don't do anything for 3 years. I mean, never mind learn how to cut a fish up. So, you know, and you have to have a certificate. So you can, when you go to restaurants, and again, never done it, when you go to restaurants and you order this, they have a certificate of things like that. So first you get numbness. Yeah. Sorry?
Like food hygiene, environmental standards, can serve killer fish. Like,
can serve killer fish, that would be good, wouldn't it? That would be good. So here's the symptoms, right? Just in case you're wondering. So first of all, you get numbness around the mouth, and then you get paralysis, and then death. Like, can I just say?
Minus the death.
Minus the death. However, you wake up the next morning and you feel like you died. Yeah. So.
Like kinda.
But there's no in between there. Like numbness, paralysis, death. There's no time in there to sort of go, oh, I'm not feeling very well, is there?
I think it's like anything from 20 minutes to 24 hours, which I just find you'd want to be the 20 minutes, wouldn't you? Because
Absolutely.
knowing, just waiting for it all to happen for 24 hours would just be torture.
I'm going to stop now just for a second. Okay, can you stop recording?
Yeah.
And anyone who's dying is awake for the whole time. So paralysis, no, I'm not going to do it. Anyway, the next one is something I know I love, cashews.
Yes, I love them so much.
Cashews. Have you seen them when they're growing?
No, I've only ever seen them in a packet. Or on some food.
Have a look at them, right? Anybody who's watching, have a look. They're like this, they obviously grow and they have this outer thing, and then they have this thing that grows up like that, and it does look like a bit of a penis.
Nice.
So when they're in a packet and they say raw, right? You know, they're not salted or anything like that. They're not actually raw, because if they were raw, they'd kill you. That's the thing, right? Well, it'd certainly give you a lot of pain anyway. So, yeah, which could, I like this bit, which could end in death.
I love it. Could end in death.
I don't know what that means. When I was doing research, it's like, which could end in death. Well, what? I don't want to try. I don't want to go, you know what?
A lot of things could end in death. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you drank an insane amount, could end in death.
Crossing the road,
yeah,
could end in death.
You jump off something a bit too tall, could end in death.
Well, the chemical is similar to that found in poison ivy, and that's a very American thing, isn't it? Poison ivy.
Do we have a problem here?
I don't know.
The closest thing I can think of is stinging nettles, but I'm sure they have them in America.
Yeah, and also when I see on TV like poison ivy in the States, when they, you know, they go, oh my God, they all go to hospital with poison ivy. We just go, oh, get a duckling
or a bit of vinegar.
That's it. So when I was doing this, I was thinking, it really sort of put me off a bit from cashews, and I thought, oh, bugger it, because once they're cooked and salted, they're fine.
And to be fair, I don't tend to eat them just as nuts. I tend to put them into a dish, like a curry or like a stir fry or something. So I guess they're cooked again.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm doubly not going to end up in maybe death.
I am a sucker for cashews. I have to say, one of my favourite nuts, salted ones. I like the salt. And also, this is going to sound really strange, right?
Do you suck the salt off?
I do. Do you do that? Do you know what? If I'm feeling like the whole I want to be healthy thing, this is disgusting. Actually, this is really disgusting. Me even saying that. If I'm thinking, oh, because they're quite high in calorie, aren't they? Cashew nuts, I think.
Possibly, I think most nuts are, because they've got the natural oils in, haven't they?
Yeah. So if I'm feeling like really healthy, which is not very often, I'll suck the salt off them and put the sucked nut in a bowl to throw away. Oh, get off, like I'm the only person who does stuff like that. I also lick the flavours off crisps sometimes and just throw those crisps away as well.
So wasteful.
Sometimes I get a bit, you know, especially if I've got
seasoning in a little ramekin and lick your finger and dip it in.
Oh no, do that. Have you not ever had an OXO cube and just sat?
No, but I do dissolve it in. If I'm hungover, especially, I will make a mug of OXO.
No.
It's really good.
I used to when I was
as well.
Huh?
Good if you're ill, like if you've got a cold or something.
Well, when I was younger and lived in a flat and didn't have any money, right? When I used to go to the butcher's and buy the scraps of meat that they have, right? I'd get OXO and sit at night and I'd lick the OXO, right, for the flavour. Yeah, that was when I didn't. Well,
sad
anyway.
times.
Yeah, let's move on then to the last one. Did you say you've never had this octopus?
I haven't. Well, I've inadvertently eaten a squid ring, which I know is very different. Squid and octopus, totally different animals. But obviously, I don't eat fish. I'm trying
I get that
to learn to eat fish, but
you're into the
on Facebook.
Come down with me. You're into the come down with me camp. Go. It's too fishy. This fish is too fishy.
You know what, like, honestly, just the texture. Like, I had some cod the other week, and they put some of it in my mouth, and it was a lovely piece of cod from the local fishmonger. It had been cooked well, and as soon as it touched my tongue, I was like, it was like the flaky texture just.
What? Try it in pates then. Maybe a pate will be good for you. Or just forget it altogether. Just don't have it.
Well, no, I've got some bassa fillets that I'm going to do with like ginger and chili.
Count. No, fish and batter doesn't count.
No, it's just fillets, fish fillets. It's not in butter.
Okay.
And then, yes, I've got that. I've got some prawns. I really want to try scallops.
Don't overcook them though, as you'll never have them again. But also don't undercook them either, because you'll never have them again. But they're nice. I think scallops are overrated though, because everybody goes, scallops, you go, oh, it's all right, you know. Anyway.
Sorry.
Octopus. I like octopus. I remember my very first thing with octopus was I was on a holiday with my friend when I was 19, which is where I think I met my first husband, actually. Yes, it was. And I remember this Greek guy had caught an octopus in the morning and had tied it up, and it was still in the water, so it was still alive, to be cooked that night. And that was the first time I ever had octopus. It was cooked, and it was the most amazing thing I've ever tasted, because they cooked it in a pot on the beach with all tomato. I'm dribbling now, with tomatoes and all that sort of thing, and it was gorgeous. That was the first. But I've never had saknaki. I don't know how to say that. Saknaki, which is a baby octopus delicacy. Now, the thing is, right, when you eat, suckers, they still work, right? Yeah, don't vomit, right? So when you're swallowing, right, people have died for this because they've swallowed this, and the suckers still work, and the suckers have stuck to the inside of their throat, and obviously it's just there and people can't get it out because they're stuck. Have you not seen, the mukbang things that we talked about ages ago, right? There's one of them that eating live animals is in at the moment. I've seen that
things on Facebook of like very pretty little petite Asian women eating these big slimy grey. They must be babies, but they look big in comparison to the woman. And just
that one where it sticks to her face. That way it sticks to her face. So she goes to eat it, and the suckers literally do that on her face, right? And she's trying to pull the suckers off. So the head bit's in her mouth, and she's trying to pull the suckers off, and she pulls it off, and it takes pieces of her skin off with it. So don't eat it raw. That's all I'm saying. And also,
it's really cruel. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah,
I'm all for food chain, eating meat, eating fish, whatever, as long as it's cared for. But the whole, it's one thing I find really disturbing about lobster is obviously they're cooked alive.
Yeah,
I know you're meant to put them in the freezer to knock them out and stuff, but I'm pretty sure they'll wake up before they're actually dead.
That's how I feel about fish, and I'm all for. If I'm not adverse to going to a slaughterhouse, seeing it, because I think if I'm going to eat it, I should.
Absolutely.
It's upbringing and all that sort of thing. But when fishermen say, "Oh, well, I can catch a fish, unhook it, and throw it back because it doesn't feel anything," I'm going, if it bleeds, it's surely got a nervous system. So therefore, it's got to feel. That's, and they go, "Oh, just throw it back." What? You're not even catching it to eat. You're just catching it to weigh and throw it back. Don't get it. Anyway, that's my foodie things.
I feel a little bit disturbed now. Like I think about is like octopus. Like, you see the film Octopussy, the James Bond film. That's literally all I can see.
I'm trying to get you into fish, and you're never ever gonna do anything for your fish.
I mean,
Say goodbye, Lizzie. Watch till the end.
Next week.
Oh yeah. We're going to be doing bizarre phobias, which I am desperate to talk about because I can't even say half of them. I mean, and also,
roll will be extreme.
And also, I probably got most of them. This is the thing. I know. Could people please subscribe? Please like and watch the end because Lizzie's going to put some bloopers together because I've already left.
Most of this episode is bloopers. Right. Thank you for joining us. See you next week.
Bye.
Sweet and peachy.
So have you been for a wee then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then got bombarded by my child wanting to add things to her Christmas list, like a bed. She has a bed.
What?
Yeah.
What? A bed? Is it? What? Why a bed? That's not exactly.
I know, but who knows? She's bless her.
What have you got to drink there, girl?
Raspberry gin and tonic.
I like your glass. Show me your glass. Oh, that's a bit posh. I like the heavy bottom. I got this one.
Quite hard to hold when you're drunk though.
Which is most of the time.
I knocked it over. I'm like, it was a present for my birthday from my in-laws because it's my favourite gin.
Okay then.
Indian spiced one, but I've not got that gin in this glass. Just like,
you know what? At some point, people are going to give us gin. I hope so. I'm up for that. Okay.
Right. We're ready. Looks like you've got a mermaid tail in the background.
Oh yeah, it's my. I'm trying to be serious about my Instagram, right? I went on this. Well, I didn't go on. I went on this webcam course yesterday. When I say went on, I sat on my sofa, right? And this whole thing about being serious and branded. And I've started a Foodie Book Club Instagram page. Well, I haven't started it.
I was going to say, because I've not seen anything.
No, it's there. I haven't done anything with it yet. Because I'm finding that with my Instagram thing, I can't get both on and I can't grow my business because I'm talking about Foodie Book Club on there. So it's like, there isn't enough, So yeah, anyway, okay, let's do this, babe.
All right. Good start.
Yeah.
Yeah, hay fever to the max. My neighbours are currently landscaping their entire garden.
Who's coming out? Who's coming out the door?
That would be my eldest. She's just packed us. Oh, actually, it might be Josh. No, it's Josh back for lunch from work. I wonder if he got me a sandwich.
Oh, he's brought me meat. I'm going to order meat.
Oh, gosh, I thought you asked about that.
Yeah, ask her about the meat. I'll come and pick it up. I'm paid for it and pick it up. I'm fine. I know I'm picking it up as long as it's...
Come in, we can have all the gin. Bring Mr. G.
Oh, God, yeah. And I want a two-ribbed one. Yeah, two-ribbed one.
Not one, two.
Okay, speaking of food.
Right, anyway, are you ready? Let's go. I remember what we're talking about. Hang on. Oh, good.